Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the GonzoEwok channel with me, Gonzo, for part 8 of our RimWorld playthrough. First things first, I've actually fixed the sound. Don't know what happened there, but all of a sudden I got a message through from Steam saying it needed to restart. Closed the game down, opened it back up, and the sound's working such as it is. You can hear probably a little bit of rain in the background. Fingers crossed we'll get a little bit of musical kick in. Hopefully that's coming through okay and it's not too loud. While that's happening, we've got some cargo pods. We only just had some at the end of last episode. 49 medicine. We'll certainly take that. So we've kind of like hit a bit of a dull spot really. I mean, there's work to be doing in the colony. You know, we're putting down the floors, as you can see. Shiro and Lumi there, getting everything sorted. There's a bit of a heat wave going on, so it's a bit warm. I don't think that'll really be affecting too badly the radiators or the refrigerator even. I mean, that is creeping up. Maybe what I want to do is say like set that to go very cold to try and offset it. So the meal, you can see it's refrigerated now. Temperature's still creeping up. 50 degrees outside. 50 in the rain. 51. Bloody hell, that's hot. That's a bit hot. Oh, that music's kicking in probably slightly too loud now, though. Yeah, see? Nice. It's quite moody, quite atmospheric. 52 degrees. If it gets much hotter, I think a kettle boils at about 70 degrees. You know, like kettles don't boil, I don't think. I think they get to, like, yeah, hot water in your kettle, I think 70 degrees. So if the air's that, getting up towards that, it's quite hot, I suppose is the point I'm making. There's heat waves and then there's hot waves. So yeah, we don't want these guys spending a huge amount of time outside because, yeah, they're going to get heat stroke. They're going to start passing out and feeling very ill. Where did Schroeder go? Schroeder's, oh yeah, nice bit of manual work. Just hack down the trees in 53 degrees of heat. Shiro and Lumi going to join her. I mean, that's not ideal. It's a really still day. Making good progress with the floors, though. Now we've cut down a bunch of wood. That's good to see. Yeah, go on, Havoc. Nice. So yeah, with the exception of the hospital beds, that's everything sorted there in terms of the wood. We'll keep a couple of those for the time being. Do we need any more lights? There's a point. A standing lamp. It's got in the bedrooms. Do we maybe chuck one down in here? I mean, it is tempting, you know, just run the cable across here. So we can have a little bit of light when people are doing like researching, bits and pieces at the bottom. I think we do. Power conduit. Should be enough there. Might have to run it a little bit through the wall here. It's not the end of the world, these bits. Minor break risk. Low food. Well, that's alright, we'll manage. Schroeder, what's happening? Food poisoning and the initial symptoms of heat stroke. So consciousness is poor. I mean, that's never going to be a good sign, is it? Schroeder, get yourself in. Go and sit in the fridge for a bit. It's now like 11 degrees in there, but you can manage. You know what, in terms of cooking the meals either, I've got a sneaking suspicion rice is going to be way better off in terms of keeping than simple meals are. Yeah, simple meals will go off in a few days. Rice, even when it's not refrigerated, will keep for a long period of time. So we're actually still pretty comfortable with the food. This could go on for some time. We might miss out on some of those meals. And you know what, I'll probably forget to undo this, but we'll cut down the amount of meals we're sent to actually cook to 8. We don't want to have days worth of food sitting around waiting to be eaten. Chiro's collecting in some of that extra rice, bringing it through. I really want people to tidy up. I mean, that vomit's been there for days now. Schroeder's got food poisoning again. So is that double food poisoning? I mean, that's never going to be good, is it? Check the work schedule. Who can clean? Everyone can clean. All the wood that we brought in, we haven't stockpiled any. It's all being used in construction. the power conduits, they'll require some steel, which we've got plenty of. So you know what? Cancel them orders. Everybody's just chopping down too many trees. I mean, there's 500 wood there ready to be collected in. We might as well just bring that in, get a stockpile of it, and then in the meantime get on with other jobs. I'm not going to try and queue them up with too much more stuff to do. I'd like them to clear the rubble out of the way. And then I think next, I was thinking a little bit kind of in between recording sessions, and what I'm thinking is maybe building like a bit of a wall. Might put a door on that one, but starting to wall off some of these areas. But I don't want to do that until we've started clearing up. And then we'll start building small patches of wall, just out of wood, the wood that we're collecting in. And then maybe build like some little ramparts or a little bunker or something like that. So if we do get attacked, we've got a nice bit of cover that we can use to defend. And try and funnel in any attackers into a bottleneck. So I mean, what might be nice, for instance, is this, because it's made of sandstone, is quite a defensible location. We can knock out a few walls, replace them with sandbags, put a roof on it, and then that would be a great little place where if we built some walls to funnel enemies in here, you know, that gives us a nice defensible location where we can shoot out of, and then eventually put some turrets in there maybe. I just quite like the idea of having that kind of frontier fort style, having like defensible walls with little emplacements. I mean, at the moment all we've got is this little row of sandbags just around the doors at the top as a kind of fallback. That's the Alamo, if you like. What we want to do is maybe push out and get somewhere maybe a little bit better to defend, I think. You know what? I mean, it's not a bad idea, that. So we're going to claim all this. Deconstruct there. Deconstruct there. Gives you a couple of firing positions. What I might do is open it up. We'll get the blocks. Put a block in there. Chuck a door on the back. So Havoc's working on it. It'll take a little bit of time. Yeah, Lumi's always been my power player, as I said in the last episode, but actually I'm noticing more and more Havoc getting stuff done. Sandstone blocks, put some at the side, and then we're going to replace this with a kind of a few sandbags there, so everybody can come piling in here, and then, you know, anything that comes attacking, we've got this place to shoot out from. We've got a good covered position. And then we'll tell them to put a roof on that thing as well. I don't know if that'll stop, you know, if somebody comes in with grenades or something. I'm not sure if that'll stop them throwing them in. But, you know, certainly when it's raining like this, you want a roof over your head. Temperatures came down to a nice balmy 45 degrees. And the cooler's broken down. I'm not surprised, really. It won't work until a colonist with the repair work type goes and fixes it. Do we have anybody set for repair? Not sure about you, but I can't see repair on there. Just out of interest. Replace broken components and cooler. Okay, that does need sorting. I mean, you know, right now, probably not. It's not that essential because it's 45 degrees. Even with the cooler working, it's still not going to really make this room much colder than it is already. Can you see the little bits of, you know, the heat effects coming through? Everything's ever so slightly wibbly. Don't worry, you're not drunk. That's graphics. I'd like to get rid of this steel wall as well, I think, and maybe replace it, even if we built a wooden wall here. But I might hold off, because we don't particularly need the steel. I might wait until we're actually producing some stone blocks, and then give her a nice sort of stone wall for the outside. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, speed things up, get things going. Temperature's starting to come down overnight. It's pretty good to see. So yeah, I mean, in terms of sort of, I very much in the early episodes was talking about the idea of emergent gameplay, really, and we've seen a few set-piece events, but really, trust us when I say this, and it's not me just trying to get you to watch more of the videos. There is more to come as things start happening. So, local rat has gone mad, it'll attack everyone it sees. Will it now? Where is it? North end of the base. Chances are, one of our guys is going to go up to do some work on the new bunker that we're working on. And in the process is going to be attacked by the rat. But, in a previous episode we got attacked by a squirrel and I panicked and started telling people to take up defensive positions, and then it dawned on us that it was a squirrel, so we just stabbed it. I'm not particularly worried about the rat, even if it does look as though it's kind of coming right forward. Either somebody goes out with a club or a knife and ends its life, or we fire shots at it. Thankfully, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, I suppose, but ammo isn't a thing. We don't have to worry about making ammo or anything like that, so we can, spend as many bullets as we want shooting at rats. What's this? A friendly AI from your past called Charlton Whitestone has sent you a message. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on this planet and sends you its world coordinates. If you travel to the ship, Charlton will take you off the RimWorld to the stars. Let's have a look. So this is one of the wider scale events. Remember, there's a whole world going on now. It's not just what we can see on the screen. Let's see. So, journey destination. Now, whereabouts are we? Where are we? It's a very good point. I can't remember now. Everything on the map's kind of blurred in together. Yeah, that's definitely something I could do with improvement. Like the player's colony, it would help if it actually showed me where it was. But we do know that there's a purple flag on the map, so if we decide... Is that me there? Alright, Gonzoville. So it's on another continent. So we could travel to it, but it's like going about a third of the way around the planet. We could form a caravan. I've never done that before. It is something that was new to the game when we started this series. And I am interested in having a look at that to see how it works, because I'm curious to see what sort of colonies the game can put together, what sort of events might occur. So it's all stuff that I'm excited to see, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Right, the rat is attacking the door. Havoc, you have a knife. Havoc, son, you're drafted. Kill the rat. Let's have a look. The rat is suffering from malnutrition. It's been stabbed. Havoc has been bitten the right leg by the rat. Yeah, the rat is now dead. Cut off its leg. Jesus. What a monster. Okay, Havoc, go and get yourself a little bit of a rest. We do have orders, I believe. Is this the butcher's table? Stone cutters. Ah. We dismantled the butcher's table, we haven't built a new one. So, just out of, I suppose, completeness sake, there's another job that needs doing. We need butcher's table. I'll have the work speed penalty, bad temperature. I think because it's really hot indoors, means that we're working on a bit of a go slow. But that's fine, it's not essential we get it, but once we have got it, it means we'll, chop up that rat, get some nice rat meat, start mixing that in with rice. It's a tasty, nutritious dish, if I've ever heard of one. Roof's going on to the bunker. Looney's doing something. Ah, she's grabbing some wood so she can start building the butcher's table. Schroeder is putting the rat... Where are you going with that rat? Where did the rat go? Ah, you put it in the fridge. That's okay. Right, that's a butcher's table. So, add a bill, butcher creature, do forever. Whenever there's dead creatures on the map, if we can get our hands on them, we'll come along and butcher them. And already, Shredder comes along, choppy, get the rat. Shiro, settler, is wandering around in sadness. Final straw was he's greedy for an impressive bedroom. What a greedy guts. You know what? You can wander around as sad as you like because you're a pain in my backside. As long as you're just not setting fire to shit. I don't really mind. You know what? Wander off onto a minefield for all I care. Mouth to feed. You're not a Havoc, you're not a Lumi, you're not even a Shredder. Security, sandbags. Chuck some down. But, I mean, don't get us wrong, that's a pretty appalling defensive location, really, but it's better than just standing out in the open. Havoc's healed from his rat bite. Lumi's playing not sand shoes, horseshoes. Havoc, always the man, gets the job done. Look at him. Not only is he recovered from his bad leg, he's actually tidying up the bedroom as well while he's at it. Tidying up the hospital. What a guy. I mean, you know you can trust somebody with huge Liberty spikes and a mohawk like that. Puddles. Yeah, tidying. It comes to something when I'm excited at the fact that we're actually having something tidied up here. Lumi, what's wrong? You need treatment? Asthma, bit of heat stroke. Well, you know what? When you actually had asthma, yeah, go and have a rest. The Grey Crag Dominion. Tribes people. They'll prepare for a while, then attack. Prepare a defence, or attack them preemptively. Now again, I mean, I wouldn't call that a group of tribes people. I would call that somebody, just a person. It's a bloke. He's an archer, and he's got a bow. So they're actually in a position where they will be attacking. And from the looks of it, I'm imagining probably going to... See how they're just wandering? Probably going to come down through here then, from where they're standing. You know what? I'm going to let them come to us. We're not going to go out and meet them. I could come and take defensive positions. I want Lumi in on this because she's got the rifle. Havoc, our ex, he can fix her up. Get us some medicine for our asthma. Make things a little bit easier. And when this antelope chap decides that he wants to attack, let him wander around. It's 53 degrees. He's going to be off his chomp by the time he comes to it. And we'll shoot him full of holes. That'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, usually, it's probably tantamount to me not playing the game very well, but usually the raids, you would expect to see 2, 3, 4 people turning up. And they're just sending these single people up against us. So, yeah, I'm assuming the game thinks that I'm not playing particularly well and is trying to cut us some slack. I didn't think I was doing that bad, frankly. Tidy a bedroom. Go on, Havoc. You fix Lumi. Doing all of the domestics around the place. Look at that. It's starting to look like a house. Brilliant. Oh, bollocks. Failed the construction there. Wasted some of the resources. We need 5 sandstone blocks to fix it. We've only got 2 in stock. Oh, no, we have got some more from where we've dismantled that wall. Cool. There we are. So yeah, I need 3 more blocks. We can come and grab those. This guy's just sitting around in the marsh. If we click on him, yeah, he's already got a bit of heat stroke going on, so it's making him a little bit woozy. Wouldn't it be great if that ostrich just kicked his innards out? Right, beginning their assault. Lumi, you've just had a bite to eat. You're drafted. Just coming over the top way. So, good defensive position. Stand a little bit further back. And you know what? Because this guy's got a bow and arrow... Shiro, did you not have a club? When you were wandering, did you drop your club? Oh, what a knob. Just chucking his stuff away and now we've lost it. Oh no, no, he has got it. He has got it. Shiro. Is he still in a daze? Click on Shiro. Yeah, sad wandering. So he's no good for the fight. My plan was, and what I was thinking was, because this guy's got a bow, Lumi can sort of stand back and trade shots with him, and maybe give a bit of cover and fire for somebody to go running in. Trader's got a pistol. Havoc's got a knife. Is he any good at using it? Melly a bit. He's alright. You know what? Right, you're drafted. You come over here. Lumi will come and give you some cover and fire. Don't worry, safe pair of hands. She knows what she's doing. So she's moving in. She will get his attention as soon as that rifle starts cracking off. Havoc, you come and sneak down. No, I mean, he is starting to work his way around. He's got something in mind. Yeah, he's trying to attack the door. The door where Puddles is. Oh, not likely. Not on your Nelly. You know what? You want to do that? Havoc, just come booling in, mate. Come on, stab him. Short bow. See, look at him trying to take up cover. Right, you know what? Just rush him. Yeah, that's fine. So, Shiro's in with a knife. Stabby, stabby. Lumi just straight in, swinging the butt of a rifle. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, cuts, bruises, arm, torso, legs. Cut his foot with a knife. Cut off his left ring finger. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. Just absolutely bashed him. So, we've got a bow. You know what? I mean, bows aren't great. Is Shiro shooting a 5? Havoc shooting a 4. Melee of 9. So he's leveled up in doing that. He's getting a little bit better at fighting. Once Shiro's recovered, I'll give him the short bow. What else did this guy have? Synthread tribal wear. Synthread is kind of the stuff that we're wearing as colonists. It's normal. It's not in particularly great condition. It's tribal wear, but yeah, that's not too bad. So we shall, Lumi, while you're here, strip that guy off. Yeah, I mean, I know you're not happy with it. Now we've got a naked dead guy out front. We shall give the order to... Where is it? Another grave. You know what? We can designate a party spot as well. In the kitchen. Because you'll always find me in the kitchen at parties. So that does nothing apart from if somebody wants to now throw a party, for whatever reason, they can do. Marriage spot. We'll put one down in case some people want to get married. You know, you never know. Havoc, Lumi, they might want to rekindle. We'll put that spot down. That means that colonists can propose to each other and they can get married. It'd be nicer if we've got a bit of a nicer area for people to party and, you know, have like ceremonies and marriages and what have you. We'll worry about that longer term. We could build a little place separately to do that. But, you know, kitchen with a few tables next to the food. It's a sensible place as any to have that, I suppose. So we should be okay, I think, for putting it there, just as a temporary. Okay, so that's another raid. Antelope, dead as sticks. Havoc, you did take some damage there, didn't you, pal? So, yeah, he's been punched a few times. Left radius, cracked. Yeah, he's going to go and get himself fixed up, though. Which is good. Somebody will be along with some medicine, I'm sure, to try and fix him. Good old Schroeder. See, the system works. Fix him up. Give him a bit of bed rest. Now that we've had that grave built, Lumi is coming to get rid of the body. Nice. Temperature still ridiculous. Bit foggy now. It's been a hellish month. I'm saying a hellish month. It's only been a day or two in game. Okay. Everybody's having a nap. Good for them. That short bow will bring back in. We are rapidly running out of space here, so what we might need to do, it's not ideal, but we could mine out. Maybe something like that. I mean, it's ugly as all sin, but that might just work to give her that little bit more space. Yeah. I mean, that's probably quite a big job as well. You know, people are slow at mining. Starvation? Shiro? Why are you starving? Get some food. Good boy. Shiro's no longer wandering in sadness. Oh, I see. He's been in a kind of catatonic state, so he hasn't been looking after himself. But that's okay. He's getting some food. He's having a rest. Havoc's resting up. Schroeder's cooking some food. Lumi's already straight to task, starting with that mining. She's cooking a bit of food as well. What's your stat, Lumi? Cooking a 5. Schroeder cooking a 3. Yeah, once we get Schroeder a little bit more leveled up, that should be pretty decent. Yeah, quite happy with the way that's gone. So the ladies is doing all the work while the guys are just sitting around in respective beds. Havoc's got a good excuse, I suppose. You know, he has been fist fighting. But then Lumi was fist fighting as well, wasn't she? But she's just getting on with the job. Puddles. Just wandering. Absolutely fine. That temperature is coming down ever so slightly. That rat meat's going to go off, I think, unfortunately. Unless that temperature comes down a lot more. 42 degrees inside, 48 degrees outside. Yeah, I think what I will do is, because these guys are working, we'll wait until they've got this knocked through, and then we'll start wrapping this this episode out. So, expanding that stockpile there. It'll need flooring as well. It'll need a bit of tidying up. We've still got a couple of bedrooms that need sorting as well. Bit of a roof going on there, from the sounds of it. Cool. Let's give them a bit more space. All of these bits will need taken outside into this stockpile as well. Some of the bigger bits of rubble. And what we might do is, because we've got a stonecutter's table, I might start setting somebody away with creating some blocks, and with those blocks we could either make a stronger wall or maybe make some better internal walls that are a little bit stronger as well, because the wooden walls, they'll serve, but they're not brilliant. You know, I mean, like a wooden wall, 140. The stone itself, I mean, that's marble. It's got 450. Compacted steel is actually a very strong wall. It's just, it's probably better used as components. Havoc's healed. A new area has been revealed. That's just as we kind of dug our way through here. I mean, that looks a little bit dodgy. There's a gap there between these two things. I don't think... Yeah, you've got to go around. So that looks janky. That will annoy us. Structure. Single piece of wood. Chuck it up there because that looks horrible, even though in game terms it's absolutely fine. And all of those will haul. Don't need to worry about that one or that one. And sure enough, Lumi, being super efficient, goes and grabs it in any event. Lumi's now got food poisoning. I mean, that's not good. That is not good, and it's because of Schroeder. Schroeder is the only other person that can cook, apart from Lumi. And I really want her leveled up, because if we get at level 4, we'll not get food poisoning, but it means we're dealing with people getting food poisoning shorter term. I'm seriously tempted to tell her not to do any more cookery, but I need her leveled up. Expand that zone. That's a bit of a better sized better size stockpile there. And of course that is going to need those on there. But the building of that, I think, will wait until the next episode. So we're going to pause things here. Guys, thank you very much for watching. A bit of another slow one, but I promise you things are starting to pick up, or they certainly will do. If you've enjoyed the video, of course, you can hit that like button. You can subscribe if you want to see more. Search for GonzoEwok on Facebook or on Twitter, or just around on the internet in general. You'll find everything there is that you need to find there. Thanks very much for watching, and we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.